I'll start the shit off first, man. I'll say it first, man. What's up with them Rams, dog?
I
Appreciate
you
it. Appreciate it. Hey, listen, it's the off season. It's technically been the off season for us since like I don't know week 9 or 10 when Aaron Donald packed it up. That was our official off season right there. Okay, it's over with.
Damn.
AD said it's he, he too hurt to come back out there. All right, well, I guess
We'll
we're getting
try
ready for
again next
next.
year, guys.
Yeah, we got to develop a lot of young guys. That was the bright side of this season.
Yeah. I like what's his name, Tutu Atwell. He's
Yes,
shown,
sir.
he showed a couple flashes this year.
Yeah,
Caught a couple deep passes.
yeah. As soon as they start, as soon as I'm gonna say Matthew Stafford because that's supposed to be our quarterback moving forward. As soon as they get that chemistry to where he know his speed, he can throw that mug out there and hit him where he at. It's over with because that dude literally be running faster than everybody on the field.
Yeah, I think Allen Robinson is going to have a much better season next season. I don't know what
Uh,
they had a new offensive coordinator, and I said that going into the season that the offense wasn't going to be the same because Kevin O'Connell went to Minnesota. That didn't really help them on the defensive
did he
side of the
steal all
ball.
Sean McVay ideas and plays? And took them with him? Because that's what it seemed like.
Well, it seemed like that, but I mean, I think with this season we can finally admit that Cooper Kupp is the best wide receiver in the fucking NFL because they tried the Justin Jefferson experiment, and it was about 3 or 4 games where we didn't even know that motherfucker was on the field.
Yeah, for sure.
Was that his fault or Kirk Cousins' fault?
I don't even speak that man's name like that.
Oh, shit.
Cousins.
Off, man. Y'all are tuned in, tapped in, tuned in, whatever you want to call it, to another episode of PPP, the Pigskin Posse Podcast. I got my dog, one of my favorite football minds, one of my favorite people to talk football with. 2008, yeah, we gonna ring off the accolades again. 2007 and 2006 all conference running back from Rittner High School, Derrick DV Valley. Derrick, what's going on with you, bro?
Look, appreciate you fellas having me on, man. How y'all fellas feeling?
I'm good, man.
All right.
I'm good.
Cool.
Yeah, we happy to have you back on the show, man. Like I said, and like I'm gonna keep telling you, bro. When it comes to football, you definitely one of my favorite people to talk pigskin with. So we had to get you back on the show.
Appreciate it, dog. Appreciate it.
No problem. So let's go ahead and jump off into some motherfucking football. So this past weekend we had the divisional round. One of the I think the very first game was the Jaguars and Chiefs. The Chiefs managed to pull it out 27-20 against the Jaguars. Pat Mahomes leaves in the I think early in the second quarter with a high. It came back as a high ankle sprain. Chad Henne comes in. He looks pretty good. His stats didn't really, jump out, but he didn't look too bad. Goes 5 of 7, 23 yards with a touchdown to Travis Kelce. Derrick, you a guest on the show, so I'm gonna let you go first, man. What did you see in this game?
Well, I seen the Jaguars team that's coming. That's what I seen in this game. I seen the team that don't know how to win yet. Like, it's a common theme in the NFL and really pro sports to where certain teams that trying to get over their hump, that last thing is not the talent, not the coaching. It's the learning how to win those close football games or those important games that you gotta win. And they got the golden boy at the helm. You know what I'm saying? Trevor Lawrence, he seeming like the real deal. Like when I watch him play, he doesn't wow me, but it's like he ain't out there messing up, you know what I'm saying, the games either. You know what I'm saying? And I honestly, it was ironic to me to see, we'll talk about the other games. Like it literally seemed like all the games were starting off the exact same to where one team is just shit in the bed in the first half. And then the other team is kind of coasting through the next half, you know what I'm saying, making it look like a game, But Kansas City, man, they play like that. Coming up, this is gonna be like fifth in a row, but that's gonna be that. far as this championship game. I don't think they're gonna make it to the Super Bowl. Not the way the Bengals playing right now.
I can attest to that. And going back to what you said about the Bengals coming, I definitely, and I've been saying this all season. Them boy, shout out to Trevor Lawrence. He turned Christian Kirk into a wide receiver one. He did a good job with Zay Jones and Evan Ingram, two guys that pretty much were on their way out the fucking league. And then he got Calvin Ridley coming in next year. And the AFC South it's not really a strong division when you're competing with the fucking Titans, the Colts, and the Texans. So I definitely
feel like that's one of the not to interrupt you, that's one of the divisions that seem like it's the truest to it's anybody's division every single year.
For sure. But yeah, man, don't sleep on the Jags next year. Don't sleep on the Jags for the next couple of years. Trevor Lawrence coming into his own. Doug Peterson, he did the best job he could with this team. I think he did a hell of a job with this team compared to what the fuck that was last year.
Still be the coach of the Eagles.
we ain't gonna talk about that because that whole situation pissed me the fuck off.
Yeah,
but Ryan, what did you see in this game, man?
Kansas City defense sucks. I mean, like, it was points in the game where they couldn't get the Jaguars off the fucking field for nothing. It ended up ending how I thought. When Mahomes got hurt, that was a dirty play because he looked down and then went for the ankle. So he knew exactly what he was doing. Yeah. I have to agree with Derrick, man. Kansas City go out there playing like shit. They will lose to the Bengals again at home at Arrowhead. But Mahomes is a dog, and as long as you got Mahomes, you got a chance. But sure. Trevor Lawrence, in the inexperience, he threw the pick like I thought. It's going to be a turnover, something was going to happen, and then boom, Kansas City was able to survive the game.
Personally, I think this game was more so about what the Chiefs didn't do as opposed to what the Jags did do. Because if you watch the game, Pat Mahomes just got to the point he was force feeding Kelsey. He didn't trust Juju, didn't trust MVS, he didn't trust any of his weapons around him. So he was just force feeding Kelsey. I mean, and like y'all said, you can't do that shit against a team like the Bengals. I mean, their defense don't jump out at you, which we're gonna talk about them, a little later. But they played well enough to get them up to this point. And if I'm Pat Mahomes, I'm not practicing all week. You got a high ankle sprain. You're going out there playing in the cold. I mean, I think he's one of the only quarterbacks that he knows that system so well to where he cannot practice. He can come out there and play. He can come out there and sling the ball. But I also want to say, Isaiah Pacheco for this team, he's been a godsend. Him and McKinnon, they've done a hell of a job in that backfield. The Chiefs actually have a pretty decent running game. So
out of all school records, I don't even know the last time somebody from Rutgers made some noise in the NFL. I'm gonna be so serious with you, bro.
Man, I feel like running backs are universal. You can go anywhere, play running back, and be a dog. You just got to get the right opportunity and let them give you the ball.
For sure.
You got a point. You have a point.
Yep. Yeah, but check
Rutgers. That's where that boy came from.
Rutgers, yeah.
I'm like, what? That's a basketball school, ain't it?
Yeah.
Well, it was.
Yeah. Pacheco, he had 95 yards on 12 carries. That one run that he broke, I don't know if y'all saw that, when he got caught in the backfield and he took off. The way he run, you can just hear him make that. I can just see him making that sound.
Everybody does this because that's the only way to play. You hear me? I couldn't make a move at all without. So I'm watching. I'm eyeing in my head.
Yeah, man, and I still think Mahomes played. Mahomes, he definitely showed his tough. We all know how tough he is because there was one season where he was one of the most sacked quarterbacks in the fucking league. But he comes in off that high ankle sprain. He goes 22 of 30, 195 yards, 2 touchdowns, and that was after he got fucking hurt. So I have the hats off to Pat Mahomes and hats off to the Chiefs making their fifth AFC championship. And I want to throw this out there. Let's not call this Mahomes and Burrow shit Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, because as much as I respect both of these quarterbacks, neither one of these guys can do what Pat Mahomes and Joe Burrow can do. This is a completely different fucking league. Like you can't just stay. You can't
I
just
don't
be a.
think
You
either
can't be
one
a
of them
flat foot
are as a
quarterback.
cerebral as a football player as Peyton Manning. And I don't think neither one of them are the caliber of competitor or winner that Tom Brady is. They haven't proven it yet. You know what I'm saying? They might have elite arm talent, you know what I'm saying, or something of that neighbor, you know what I'm saying, but a little more swag. But yeah, you can't just be talking about no Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, the second coming of, not quite yet.
Now hold on, man. Hold on, my homie getting the 5 straight AFC Championship games. That's Brady-esque kind of. But yeah, I totally agree with you. They just simply haven't won yet enough.
Yeah,
And I mean I'm not gonna sit here and say Joe
that's
Burrow is
actually incredible.
overrated.
Like people don't, I feel like people don't, they was hyping him up as a first year starter because he threw for 5,050 touchdowns. I feel like his media mentions are nowhere near right now as a fifth returning AFC Championship participant. It should be reversed if you ask me, but you know,
Well, they take greatness for granted, kind of like LeBron, for instance, because he just kept doing it, kept doing it, kept doing it. So they
keep
don't.
doing it.
You're right. Right. They just take it for granted, But
At
like that's
38 years old,
extremely fucking
averaging
hard to
35
do.
points a game right now, man.
8-8. Hey, what the fuck? Bro? You gonna break the
I
record in 2 weeks?
I'm kind of tired of having that argument with people. That's for a different motherfucking conversation.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hey, I don't know any other. I don't. You can say what the fuck you want about his teams, but I don't know any other player that went to 8 straight fucking NBA finals. I don't care how many teams he played with. That's
Eight straight. What was it? 8 straight in 9 and 10 years or something
yeah,
like that. Like
yeah.
a 9 straight and 10 and 9 straight. Oh yeah, it was 8 straight and 9 and 10 years. I think like that's just
Like, and
yeah,
then the
man.
last year he took a team that had no business in the playoffs
That last
to
season,
the
last year in
finals, bro.
Cleveland, yeah.
To the like, and they had no business even in the playoffs. They went all the way to the fucking finals. Like, and then 10 years removed from the first team, who was equally as shitty as that team we took to the finals. Same result, they got swept though. But I mean, like, it's great. Mahomes is great. Joe Burrow is overrated. I mean,
Don't
there's
make your
reason
pick
that
yet. Don't make your pick yet. We got. We got. We.
no, 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 no.
I gotta throw the rank. We got about 3 more games we got to talk about before we get a prediction.
All right. My bad.
Yeah, you good. You good. Moving on to the next game. I don't even know if we should talk about this game because it wasn't even a game. It was just flat out fucking ass whooping. The Eagles rout the fucking Giants 38-7. I was actually surprised. I don't know if I can say I was surprised because I expected this, but with the way the Eagles played, they definitely look like the best team in the NFC. Jalen Hurts, 16-24, 154 yards, 2 touchdowns, 35 yards rushing, and a rushing TD. 3 touchdowns in the first half. And you can make whatever argument you want. If Jalen Hurts is healthy, if he don't miss them like I think 3 or 4 games, that's your MVP. I think that's MVP.
He still should be the MVP, you ask me. Just off the strength of every game he wasn't in, the Eagles lost. So what is it? Is it the most popular award? Is it the most the dude with the best stats, or is it the person that's the most valuable to his team? So
You got a point.
I mean, if you make that argument, do you honestly agree with them giving the MVP award to Aaron Rodgers last season when Tom Brady
Tom Brady should have had it.
I can agree. I can
you know
agree. Personally, I think
at 40-some years old, the incredible statistical season he had, yeah, go and get that man an award. You know what I'm saying? Like Aaron Rodgers, dude, look, man. He manipulates his stats by once they get into a certain aspect of the game they might be trying to come back. He'll shut it down, man. He ain't finna be racking up no incompletions trying to come back. He's shutting it down. So I don't know.
Hey, keep my stats good. Fuck this. Bye.
Fuck you guys. Will I be a Packer next season?
I'm gonna go back to one that I just thought about that I'm still kind of salty about. The year Aaron Donald as a defensive tackle had 20.5 sacks. How is this man not the MVP of the league?
Because as much as I hate to say it, the way the league is set up now, the way the league is set up now with all these fucking, rules, can't hit the quarterback. You can't land on the fucking quarterback. You can't throw no helmet to helmet and shit like that. The MVP is officially got to the point where it's a QB award. It's kind of like the Heisman.
Look, I hear you, but what you saying to me goes into Aaron Donald argument more. All the rules that they make up to protect the quarterback, and this man got 20 and a half sacks.
I mean, I agree. I definitely thought it should have been an MVP, but
it's extremely valid what he's saying, though.
It's probably a good thing to do the MVP because if he would have, he might have retired last year after that Super Bowl. He said, "I didn't."
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad you. I didn't even think about it like that. So yes, maybe it's a good thing that he didn't win MVP.
Yeah, give him something to be hungry about.
Yeah, man, back to this Philly and Giants game. Miles Sanders, 90 rushing yards. Kenneth Gainwell, 112 rushing yards. Altogether, the Eagles had 268 rushing yards as a team. Devontae Smith, 6 receptions for 61 yards. I think I saw a lot of AJ Brown getting double teamed, and when he wasn't getting fucking double teamed, fucking Jalen was going straight to Goddard. You take it, do what the fuck you can with it. Of course, the defense had 5 sacks. Adding on to their total, if we want to go seasonal total, playoffs and season included, I think that's what 70. That's 75 sacks total this season.
I wasn't aware of that. Where does that sit in the rankings of the league?
I think that's second. The record was 72. They fell too short of the record.
The statistical the two most important team stats you need to be a Super Bowl winner is the ability to get the quarterback on the ground and move the ball through the air. If you could move the ball through the air, that means you got a solid, reliable running game.
Yeah.
The formula equals a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So they can move the ball through the air at will. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to rely on their passing game to keep them in games or get them out of here because they got Jalen Hurts that can run the ball and they got 2 running backs that can run the ball. So throw it around the yard a few times. Okay. Our defense and got a couple sacks. We up a touchdown or 2. All right, let's run this thing out. Let's wear them on down. Let's wear them on down. Pop it out when we need to. But between that efficient pass game that they got going over there, their reliable run game, and the ability to get the quarterback on the ground, I don't see nobody beating these dudes.
My bad, bro. You got it. No,
I was gonna ask who the 2 guys that I know Ndamukong Suh was one of the vets that they picked up late in the season. Who was the other defensive lineman that they picked up when they around the same time they picked up?
Robert Quinn.
Is that who it was? Oh
yeah.
Man.
How the fuck? How they let
Wow.
How they let that happen? How they let that happen, bro?
Wow. So yeah. And man, Robert Quinn been a dog, man. So
yeah.
So yeah.
And how is it's either him or Fletcher? How is he not ranked for not ranked but nominated for comeback player of the year?
Who's that?
I think Fletcher or Robert Quinn.
London Fletcher. I mean, they should have a defense. They should have a defensive.
No, not Fletcher. Not Fletcher. Cox.
Fletcher Cox. But
their front four has doubled. Each player on the front four has double-digit sacks.
Josh Sweat, Robert Quinn. Bro,
how did they get Sweat? How did they get Sweat from Redskins, bro? I mean, the Commanders.
You keep doing that shit. I do the same thing.
That's the one thing nobody's been talking about. That defense is cold as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
And then on the offense, how is dudes wide open?
Because
I'm talking about by themselves.
Because the running game is so good. In order
they
for them,
gotta play true coverage because they gonna run the ball on you.
That's
literally how the NFL works. If y'all up here, okay, give me the coverage to pass it, we're gonna pass it. We come to the line and y'all floating around out there, I'm gonna just run the ball down y'all throat.
Kill.
And then it also helps that you got a fucking QB that can throw and run the damn ball. So you gotta, account for that. They're trying to contain him, make sure he's not getting on the fucking outside.
And then and then the best thing about Jalen Hurts is a lot of his designed runs or off schedule runs are between the tackles. He got vision and he can pick his way through there, get a few yards. Sometimes he break them 20, 30 yards. He get through there and get the yards he need. You know what I'm saying? He get 5, 6 yards. That's the same as a rush with a running back. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the way he sit back there in the pocket and pick you apart. Like if y'all overcommit to the pass, y'all leave a linebacker out there, one middle linebacker out there, spine and floating around in the middle of the field. You shift too much to one side or the other. His offensive line good. If they leave one crease, he hitting that mug. You know what I'm saying? Like so it's kind of like hard to stop. Hard to stop. Then your offense get on the field and you got Ndamukong Suh and Robert Quinn all upside your head. So
the one thing I can say I love about Jalen, if you watch if you haven't watched him play this season, I don't know what the fuck you've been doing, but if you watch him play, he has never looked like he's been in a situation to where he's had to do some shit that he doesn't normally fucking do.
Yeah.
He has not played. Not one time this season has he played outside of his element.
Picking them apart, taking what they giving them.
You can also tell that in the offseason, he caught all his receivers, and let's get this shit going. Worked on all their time. So, like, that shit leaders and winners do. So, like, and then every year his completion percentage is trending up. So, yeah. I mean, yeah. Because they was like, can he pass? And then shit, I ain't saying that now.
And that's another thing, too, because me and Ryan been very vocal about the stigma on black quarterbacks. If Jalen go out there and do it this year, I don't want to hear that shit no more. I don't want to hear nothing about what black quarterbacks.
They definitely try to label him like that in college. The way they played him in Alabama, let it be known that they don't trust this nigga to be throwing the ball around like that. Like he's out there throwing screens, hike. You know what I'm saying? He link up with Lincoln Riley. Next thing you know, he a second round
Heisman candidate.
Yeah, like so it's like, come on, man. And I said it when he left Alabama. I said they tripping. Like I didn't know who Tua was. Didn't care.
None of us did.
I just was like, I know that this dude that y'all trying to push out the door is the truth, man.
For sure. I mean, you looking at somebody you'll never find a bigger Oklahoma fan than that motherfucker right there. I'll tell you that right now. He'll fight you about them damn Sooners.
It was Jalen's year at OU was stressful because versus CD ain't nobody open. I'm running. That's why I know you got like 1,300 yards rushing that year. I swear to God, bro. Any other year that was statistically what Jalen did that year at Oklahoma, if Joe Burrow doesn't have that year, he wins the Heisman.
I mean,
this nigga had like 3,000 yards passing, 1,300 yards rushing. I think he had like 10 of like 15 rushing touchdowns, like 35 passing touchdowns. I'm like, Jesus, video game shit here, bro.
What's crazy is Ryan called that shit. I'm not even bored. Like, I think this is like right after Jalen announced that he was getting ready to transfer. Ryan tweeted, "Hey, come to Oklahoma, bro. Norman needs you." 2 weeks later, it's getting announced. Jalen Hurts is going to Oklahoma. I'm like, ain't this a bitch?
Yeah, the OU basketball game.
I will admit that in just the past few years, I've just started to get into college football, right? Like, kind of enjoy really paying attention and following the players. Mm-hmm. I can only imagine how good that shit felt. Like, when this guy, you like, please come to my school, please. Yeah. And then he do like, oh my God, like this dude then came, like, oh my God, it's late.
Because I wasn't sure about Spence. Okay, he needed a year to season up. That shit didn't work out. But anyway, but I'm like, dog. I mean, like, bro, he was invincible, bro. Niggas couldn't fuck with him.
No.
Them Big 12 defenses couldn't fuck with Jalen, bro. This nigga's dragging fucking defensive tackles for like 5-6 yards. I'm like, God. Now some of them plays, he got better, but some of them plays he made, I'm like, come the fuck up.
What the fuck are you doing? Like that Baylor game when he came back from, was it like 28-3, 28-7 or something like that?
Yep.
But that's that hero ball he had him in a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you don't see him doing that out there, you know what I'm saying, in Philadelphia right now. Like,
this shit, he don't got to.
Bingo.
He don't have to.
I said that man got a super cast around him. You know what I'm saying? He's so insulated. All he got to do is just, play his role and let everybody else play theirs.
You actually coming into a real good time. I'm not gonna say a real good time because this NIL shit got fucking college football going all wild right now. But you missed some crazy years in college football, bro. I've been watching this. Ryan been watching it a lot longer than I have. I didn't really get into college football until about 2005. But bro, college has always been where the fuck is at.
And back in the day, like when I was in high school, I used to watch college more because it was like they were my people I was looking up to. You know what I'm saying? I followed their careers. But as they became my peers and then became folks younger than me that I kind of lost touch with and didn't really know like that, I be having to know a person and then for me to be a fan of them and then watch their team and then become a fan of different people on the team and then, you know, get emotionally tied to them like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it takes a lot to get in my fandom. But once you got it, God be with you because you better do something with it.
Fair enough. We gotta move. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the games that were a little more interesting. First one was Cincinnati's routing of Buffalo. Cincinnati gets it done 27. Buffalo only scored 10 points. And I want to say this. Josh Allen, and I've had a couple other people agree with me on this. Josh Allen ain't nothing more than a more fucking athletic Big Ben. That's all he is. That's all I see. I see
Big Ben can spin that motherfucker.
Did you expound on that though? Because that really, I mean, you saying it sounds like that's like a knock.
It's not really. It's not really a knock. Like Josh, I mean, Ben, he wasn't necessarily the most mobile quarterback, but he would run if he had to. Like he can, you know, he was able to extend the play. But
young Big Ben had some sweet feet now.
Yeah, but
big.
Ben was also a little reckless with the ball. he had a couple games where he was
shit, triple coverage.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. Like Josh, the thing I like Josh Allen. You know, I think he's a good talent, but Josh Allen does make some very questionable decisions, and at times I feel like he tries to do a little too much. The only thing I can't stand Skip Bayless. I despise this man, but I can't agree with him when he says that sometimes he feels like Josh Allen tries to either be Mahomes or he tries to outdo Mahomes. Because at times I definitely feel like he tries to throw the ball at weird fucking angles or make throws that he know damn well he can't fucking make. He got a big arm, he can throw in the tight windows, but there's certain his like accuracy while throwing on a run is not.
I can see why you say that.
Yeah, he doesn't have the greatest accuracy while throwing on a run.
Yeah, I've been seeing that sidearm shit. But like this is what we've been saying about the Bills the last couple of years, bro. If they don't get explosive plays consistently, they usually lose. And that's what happened, bro. Like, and then like you said, Josh went out there and was like, "What are you doing, bro?" But what do you do? Do you blow it up? Do you fire the coach? Like, what do you do to improve this situation?
Get a fucking running back because that's been a problem. The last couple of years, they ain't got no run game. When your quarterback is your leading rusher, that's a problem.
I'm glad you said that because this brings me back to a semi-debate I was having with some fellas on Facebook. And the topic was Josh Allen and Dak Prescott.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm saying?
This should be interesting.
It was a conversation that was kind of like, I felt like, you know, geared towards like how the media treats Dak Prescott and other black quarterbacks versus how they treat a player like Josh Allen. One of the gentlemen was pretty much explaining. I felt like he was going a little too hard when he was saying that Josh Allen wasn't as good as they tried to make him out to be, and that basically he do some of the same stuff Dak Prescott do. And I was like, yeah, but and no though at the same time, because I looked at it like this: what's Dak Prescott supporting cast? Does he have a run game? Does he have an offensive line? Do he have weapons on the outside? Okay, Josh Allen, what's his cast? Do he got a run game?
Diggs,
fuck no.
13. No.
You know what I'm saying? His weapons on the outside. He got Diggs for sure.
David shows up when he wants to.
I was gonna say some of them other dudes, you know what I'm saying? They be hit or miss a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know too much about his offensive alignment, but from what I know, they pretty decent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, all right.
You look at his stats though, and this man, like you say, he like the second leader rusher. I think he had like 800 rushing yards, 790 something to Singletary's like 800 and some change, and that's like, ding ding ding, red flag right there. You know what I'm saying? yes, he's athletic enough to do all that, and yes, he a baller, so he can. And they do a lot of design runs, and he take advantage of stuff as he should. But the fact that he's that significant of you know what I'm saying, a portion of the run game is a problem. You know what I'm saying? Y'all rely on this man too much, the ball in his hands too much, which leads people to play hero ball. Now you over here trying to make Mahomes throws. Now you were here forcing stuff because you know the offense ain't really got no heartbeat unless you and Diggs clicking. And if y'all not clicking, y'all dead in the water out there. Y'all might get all the way across the Atlantic and be dead in the water because all of a sudden they didn't figure out how to, you know, disrupt that tempo y'all got going on, you know what I'm saying, or the timing y'all got going on. And y'all don't have a running back to lean on to dig y'all out that hole, you know what I'm saying, to get y'all going. So I feel like Josh Allen is as good as everybody be trying to hype him up to be. The results just don't get what you would think they good because he ain't really got the supporting cast like that. It looks good. In some of them games, they make it look real good, but he ain't really got the supporting cast like that.
I feel like that's a great point. That's a great point. I'm kind of torn. Okay, the first like 5 weeks of the season, he was playing like a prototypical quarterback, dropping back, making his reads, throwing the ball, all that good shit. And then once some other receivers that he was talking about, they start dropping the ball and shit. He started trying to do all that hero ball, which brings us to this point. But the first 5 weeks, I'm like, he might be the MVP for real.
Yeah, but
But
that's why you can't judge. That's why you can't judge. You can't get your hopes up based on the first 5 weeks of the season. Because I mean, shit, you've had multiple teams that went like the Arizona Cardinals a couple years ago. What was it last year? Set the season on fire. They went like I think they went like 7-1 or 6-1 or something like that, and lost like 4 or 5 in a row, and then pissed
I
it
knew
away in
that
the
shit was a
playoffs.
joke every time.
I knew that, and pissed it away in the playoffs. So you can't early. That's why I never say I can't pick Super Bowl favorites early in the season because you never know who's gonna get hot at the right fucking time.
Yeah.
But going back to this game, personally, I think the Bills just got smacked in the fucking mouth. They had the eighth ranked pass defense. Cincinnati had the 28th ranked rushing offense. Cincinnati ended up with 172 yards on this fucking defense. And I don't think Buffalo was expecting that. I think they was expecting him to come out. I think they was expecting Joe Burrow to come out guns blazing with Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, and T. Higgins. And they didn't focus enough on the fucking. They was too focused on trying to stop the pass that it opened up the middle of the. They opened up the middle of the field for Joe Mixon and P. Ryan to get off. Because Joe Mixon he had 20 rushes, 105 yards, and a touchdown.
I feel like the Buffalo Bills defense put too much weight on Von Miller back. And when it broke, so did their spirits.
On the defense, yeah. On the defense. And I mean, they going back to our point about Buffalo not being able to Buffalo not having a run game. Buffalo only has 63 yards rushing. Not to mention, bro, when you let a team go 60% on third down, that's a recipe for disaster. You're either gonna lose this fucking game or it's gonna be tight. You're gonna lose close. Kind of like fucking Minnesota's been doing all goddamn year.
Can't be making no mistakes if you're doing that. Because your offense barely on the field to score. You know what I'm saying?
And should the defense had no answer for what chasing them was doing, no answer at all.
Well, they didn't actually get off like you think they did.
Quitting out there, man. I'm telling you, them dudes was out there quitting. That's why Mixon started really getting off like that because they was out there giving up.
Not to mention going back to Josh Allen too. Diggs only had 4 receptions on 10 targets for like 35 yards. And if you look at I went back and watched, I didn't watch the full game. I went back and watched the highlights. Some of them throws he was making to Diggs was kind of like, bro, who the fuck you throwing it to? I'm not there. I'm not that fucking tall. I can't jump that goddamn high. So
he was pissed after that game, boy.
Yeah, he was. And I mean, he kind of had a right to be because it's like, bro,
Didn't he say trade me?
No, he didn't say trade.
Oh, I ain't catch that one, but
he didn't say that.
I felt like he had it in him though. He was if they'd have been like, we're gonna trade you, he'd be like, all right.
I don't know about that because I think they tied in. I think he's under contract for another year or two. And I
Oh,
mean,
yeah, they paid him.
at this point, I mean, I don't think you blow it up now. I think you need to get Buffalo a fucking running back or get them get a running game. If they going, bro, this is the playoffs, bro. You can't win in the playoffs without a run game. There's only a couple teams that's been able to do it, quote unquote. The Rams last year. The Rams didn't have a great fucking running game.
Right. What they say is, statistically, in the moments that matter, our run game was good.
Yeah.
But overall, in general, we didn't have a good rushing attack. I'm just telling you what the stats say. You know what I'm saying? These next gen stats is a motherfucker. You hear me? You know what I'm talking about? Say on third downs, the Rams running game was efficient as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? In running situations, the Rams on first down, we might got a yard and a half. Second down, we might got, we might need 2 yards. We might got a yard and a half again. You know what I'm saying? But let us get a third and 1, little 3rd and 3 or something. We need this first down. Oh, we getting 4. Shit.
We're getting this. It's over with.
I think a lot of that. I think we could thank Sony Michel for that, playing with Brady. Having a couple Super Bowls under his belt, showing Cam Akers how to fucking win. Like, bro, in this situation, you do this here.
It helps to have people around that won before and know how to win. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Then we gotta move on. Fuck Joe Burrow. You know how the fuck I feel about Joe Burrow. I can't stand that motherfucker. I gotta deal with. I got about another 15 years of dealing with this motherfucker in the AFC North. I ain't looking forward to it.
Please. Oh, yeah. Let's get to this next game. I'm excited to talk about this.
Yeah, seriously. Okay, hold on. Say it with me now. How about them Cowboys?
Hey, y'all gotta tell me about this. I was at Dave Chappelle when that game was going on.
You didn't miss.
Go ahead and brag.
You didn't.
Was it a secret?
You didn't miss that.
I just seen people in the parking garage talking about they ain't never waited in the parking garage for a comedy show. Next thing I know, people was coming out talking, yeah, Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock was funny. Did y'all get a secret email?
Bro, that shit was crazy, bro. As soon as we got in there, bro, you had to lock your phones up in a pouch, bro. So the only reason why I saw some of the game because they were showing there like the little bar part, like it was like a bar-like atmosphere. So I saw some of it getting a drink or whatever, but it's like Cowboy, bro. It was so many Cowboys fans in there. I'm like, bro, I gotta get the fuck away from this, man. This is bad.
Yeah, that's
have y'all seen the new TV show, The Last of Us?
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Yes.
No,
those fungus people running around. Those are actual Cowboy fans.
Cowboy fans.
It's spreading like fungus, goddamn. It spreads like fungus. They everywhere.
Did you hear
seeping out their pores? Don't get too close, goddamn me.
Hey, did you hear what Stephen A said? I think he said if an asteroid hit, 3 things would survive: rats, roaches, and Cowboys fans.
I agree.
That's the fucking truth.
I agree.
Yeah, you didn't miss much. You didn't miss much. So Dallas blows another divisional round playoff game. Then again, what else is new? They lose to San Francisco 19-12 on the last. Bro, first, before we get off into anything else, let's talk about this last play. Let's talk about this last play. First of all, you got Zeke hiking the fucking ball against a defensive tackle. Against a defensive tackle. Dak, as soon as he gets the ball to the wide receiver don't even have time to toss the ball to nobody, lateral the ball to nobody. As soon as he catches the ball, comes down, he gets smacked. Not hit, he got smacked. So that's
somebody give me an explanation of what that was about. Did they ever explain what they was doing or what they was trying to do?
That's Kellen Moore and his bullshit. That's what that is. It's Kellen Moore and his finals.
That's 2 straight years. Brian said this shit last year after the Cowboys got eliminated. Bro, how the fuck do y'all keep finding ways to lose games? Like, I mean, I didn't have y'all. I didn't have them fucking with that play. I didn't think they was gonna where they was at in the field. I didn't think they was gonna win the game to begin with.
But say inventing ways to lose.
Yeah, they just keep finding new ways to lose. I don't get it. Last year, with 14 fucking seconds left, no timeouts, y'all run a QB sneak right up the fucking middle. Don't spike the. Y'all can do it. Y'all can blame the ref, whatever you fucking want to. Y'all was gonna lose that game regardless. Right up the QB sneak, right up the fucking middle with no timeouts left. Dak can't spike the fucking ball in time. This year, They try bullshit ass schoolyard bullshit from AK shout out Longest Yard, a schoolyard bullshit play, a failed schoolyard bullshit play to lose the fucking game again to the same goddamn team. The same fucking team. So I don't
Can I throw out something interesting right here? Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, has the same playoff wins as Dak Prescott and Tony Romo. This is his first NFL season.
God damn.
I'm gonna throw out another stat for you. Jalen Hurts is in his first NFC Championship game with a 6-year head start. He's in it. Dak had Jalen Hurts officially has more NFC Conference Championship appearances than Dak Prescott with a 6-year head start.
Wait, let me do it. Let me get into this. Jalen Hurts and Brock Purdy now have more NFC Championship game appearances than the entire Cowboys organization in almost the last 30 years. 27, if we're gonna be exact.
Oh my God.
Brock Purdy and Jalen Hurts are the two youngest quarterbacks to ever play in the NFC Championship game. Ever.
Okay, last one. The last time the Cowboys were in the NFC Championship game, it was about 4-5 years before the two quarterbacks that's in it now were conceived.
Fucking terrible.
That's bad as a motherfucker, man. That's terrible.
Hey Dallas,
That's
y'all still them
terrible.
boys? Y'all still them? We need to know two things before the Super Bowl. Y'all still them boys? Is next year gonna be our year? Or the year after that?
They're the boys that go home.
Or the year after that?
The NFL consists of grown men. Goddamn.
They the boys. That's who everybody look. That's what everybody look forward to playing in the playoffs. I'm just letting you know now.
We got Dallas. Why the fuck did my team had to lose to fucking Dallas though? Well, I mean, I'm a Tom Brady fan. Wherever Tom goes, I go. But whatever. I don't want to talk about that shit.
Team was horrible, man. You know they weren't even supposed to be in the playoffs this year, so they was going to lose by formality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I said that shit. I said that shit. Me and Ryan both said that shit, bro. Y'all are getting excited over this fucking gimme ass win. Like the Bucks had the Bucks had the second worst rushing attack in the fucking NFL. What the fuck else was Dallas gonna do?
Nigga, they had the second worst Brady in the past 22 years. The fuck? That's what they had. So
yeah, we're gonna talk about him a little later too.
Hold on. There is one thing I can say about Dallas though. You lost the game by one score. They only scored one touchdown the whole fucking game.
Yeah.
So I mean, like defensively, they did a good job.
Oh yeah. Now their defense is real though. Between that young boy, Micah Parsons, he set the tone for the whole defense now.
Yeah.
And the veterans that they already have in that on that D line and that front seven, man, come on, dude. Like they linebacker core is still solid to me. I still like Van Der Esch. Like that dude to me, one of my favorite linebackers in the NFL.
Sideline, boy.
That dude is an animal. He remind me kind of like he kind of remind me of a cross, just the way he played, not personality wise, like a cross between Bill Romanowski and Luke Kuechly. You know what I'm saying? Just like he be on it and he be sideline to sideline, just wrecking it. Like no care for what he doing with his body. He using it as a straight blunt object. You know what I'm saying? Blunt forced object. So I like that dude. Trayvon Diggs, he didn't give up 1,000 yards receiving this year, did he?
No.
Okay, it seemed like I didn't watch that many Dallas games this year, but the ones, you know what I'm saying, I was watching, it seemed like he chilled out a little bit on that because somebody had to finally tell him, dude, it's nothing cute about having the most interceptions and giving up 1,000 yards. I'd rather have 2 interceptions because they scared to throw at me, bro. What are you talking about?
Dan Quinn probably got in this because I think a lot of people forget Dan Quinn was the defensive coordinator of the Legion of Boom. Back when they had Richard Sherman and Earl Thomas and all them boys. So he probably talked to him and told, hey, bro, look, what you doing? Like, I understand you looking for interceptions, but what the fuck is costing the team? What you doing is costing the team. I will say this about everybody played well outside of that. Everybody, CD did every fucking thing he could. CD, 10 receptions, 117 yards. So it's not on him. CD did what the fuck he could. But when Tony Pollard went out,
never got rid of Amari.
That was gonna have to pay him. So money wise, you don't want to pay an older receiver, blah 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 blah. But yeah, bro, I said it when they did it.
Zeke.
I think Zeke has another what, year or two, or any free agent this offseason?
If not this year, it's
I
definitely next.
and I think he do got one more year, but I heard some stuff. Shoot, they was rolling the credits on the game and they was talking about some according to sources, Zeke is willing to take a pay cut in order to stay on the roster. They know he can't keep getting paid like this with this production.
Right.
So, I mean,
But come
but
on, but everybody want to say Zeke slows molasses and all that shit. But it's like, when have you ever
I was
ran
to
the
say
ball with Zeke?
he playing the same speed he been playing at Ohio State.
That's what I'm saying. But they trying to write him off. My thing is, when have you ever ran the ball with Zeke when they didn't know he wasn't getting the ball?
Hello. That's the part that I always be doing. They be like, oh, Tony Pollard, Tony Pollard. Don't get me wrong. Tony Pollard is a beast. He is that spark. He's like almost he like the heart and soul of that offense, like right now. You know what I'm saying? Which, like you said, you finna allude to when he went down, that kind of like zapped their offense a little bit. But I feel like I can identify, you know what I'm saying, with Ezekiel Elliott being the main guy. I could be the main guy. I can remember put it like this: when the roles were reversed, I was a younger player coming into, you know what I'm saying, high school or going into college. It's another dude starting. They looking at him all week on film. So if I get in the game and get the ball and I break a 20-yard run, it's because
Who the fuck is
I can
that?
play, but they wasn't expecting me to get the ball. That's another part of it. You know what I'm saying? They're not used to how I'm playing. They're not used to my energy or how I shift around with the ball in the trenches, period. So it's a whole bunch of stuff that go along with that. You know what I'm saying? It's not just Tony Pollard better than Ezekiel Elliott. Like, no, they know Zeke getting the ball, they loading up the box. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You want to
but
smack his
that's
ass?
also part of what he's supposed to do. They
Yeah.
got a thunder and lightning thing going on. Zeke, go out there, keep smashing, make him keep tackling your big heavy ass. You know what I'm saying? Wear their ass down. Then here comes Tommy Pollard, hit their ass. You know what I'm saying? It's
Breaking
team
that
ball.
shit 8 yards, 10 yards, 15 yards.
Man, we can't be paying your motherfucking ass 15, 16 million a year to be a, you know what I'm saying, just to be a worm down guy now. You might do need to take a little hit for that, but yeah, man. And he from St. Louis, so you know I'm gonna be a little biased, you know.
Right. Also, with this game, with this Dallas and San Francisco game, I think this is another case of it's not about what San Francisco did, it's about what Dallas didn't do. We saw Dak attempted like what 2 or 3 deep passes, and them passes was like, bro, you had CD. If you'd that throw to CD, how do you not throw him open? How do you like how the fuck do you miss that, bro? If CD makes that catch, Dallas wins this game. I have no doubt. I have no doubt in my mind. Dallas wins that game.
I said this shit about Dak when he was coming out of Mississippi State, right? Because he like that his junior year was better than his senior year.
Right.
But like Dak, he don't look off no safeties. He don't control the safety with his eyes. He don't do shit. Like it was one play where I did see this on Sports Center where the tight end was like covered by 3 motherfuckers and he just threw it right to him. I'm
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
what the
I know
fuck are you?
exactly the
I'm like,
play you talking about. I
what
feel
are
like
you
that was one of those
doing?
plays that he talking about where CD Lamb was open on it.
Yeah.
Man, I ain't gonna fake it. I already know what's wrong with the Cowboys.
The fucking management. Well, that's one of the reasons.
That's part of it. I'm honestly, it's really a joke. That's not what's wrong with. They got a bunch of crap what's wrong with, but they're not gonna win until they let CD Lamb change his number. He don't want to wear 88, man. He too fresh. He too fly for that, man. Got that little skinny dude out there with that big old number on, man. Get that man number 10 like he wanted. Y'all might do something.
I agree. I can agree. I will say this though. With the way San Francisco's offensive line looked, because Michael Parsons he was on Brock Purdy's ass most of the game. With the way San Francisco's offensive line looked, did they play like this against the Eagles on Sunday? They gonna be in for a long fucking night, boy.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. San Francisco, they got an easy route to the NFC Championship, man. Real talk. I love the success Brock Purdy's having. I love the underdog, bro. I'm from Rittner, bro. I love the underdog. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But they ass is grass. It's over with. That team is not even good enough to be here. You know what I'm saying? It's just so much chaos going on in the NFC right now. Really, the AFC got all the elite teams. They got the teams that stayed healthy all year long for the most part. The NFC ravaged with injuries. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whether it's teams like the Buccaneers, teams like the Rams. You know what I'm saying? I honestly feel like the team that should have got into the playoffs that would have been scary, the Detroit Lions.
Man.
That team would have gotten to the playoffs. I don't know what was going to happen.
Hey, you got Jared Romo. That's what would have happened.
No, hold on, bro. Hold on. Bro, golf is killing it this year. Golf, I want to say like
now.
I want to say like the
he
I want
had
to say
go to Detroit to become a dog, bro.
bro, look who his coach is. Like
Exactly.
that Dan Campbell, bro. That Dan Campbell. And
You
even
cannot
last
be
season,
around that man
he said
and not become a dog.
He said that in a press conference. Dan Campbell said, like, bro, he's gonna have to start stepping the fuck up and making some damn plays. Dan Campbell said that in the press conference. And like I want to say like the last like 7-8 weeks of the season, Jared Goff only threw one interception. The Lions had
one of the most efficient offenses the second half of the NFL season, bro.
They had the top 5. They had a top 5 offense.
Had the first and second leading rookies in sacks. One of them only played half the season. He only played 8 games and had played 7 games, had 8 sacks in 7 games.
Aiden Hutchinson, yeah.
No, that was James Houston from Jackson State.
Deion
Sanders, first boy, he got drafted to the NFL. Aiden Hutchinson edged him out and got the 8.5. You know what I'm saying? But no, I think it was one of the. I think Aiden Hutchinson either had 9.5 or 8.5, but whatever it was, James Houston was 1.5 behind him, so he probably got 7. So yeah,
right.
Like, what would happen if that man would have played the whole? I don't know, man. But listen, next year, can't wait.
Yeah, speaking of that shit, fuck the refs, fuck the refs in that Rams and Seattle game, because I went back and watched all the breakdowns on that shit. Fuck the refs in that game. They didn't want Detroit in the playoffs at all.
With that being said, didn't want because Detroit, of that, Detroit should be in the playoffs right now.
Yep. They didn't. I think they did that specifically to keep Detroit out of the fucking playoffs, because the Rams could have won that. They could have won that game, and they should have won that damn game. So
yeah, for sure.
Fuck the rest. The rest is definitely. But if we being honest, bro, when has this shit been going on for years? The refs cheat. This shit has been going on for years. Now y'all want to bring it.
Look at last year with the Bengals. They were.
I will never get off. I will never.
The Raiders game.
Yes, that Las Vegas, that dead ball touchdown. That's bull. Everybody know the bull. Everybody know it's bullshit. When the play is blown dead, there is no touchdown. Like the refs even looked at each other. Was like, yo, like what you make the call. No, you make the call.
Okay, it's a touchdown. We fucked up. The whistle was blown. That wasn't a play. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like that was insane. But
yeah,
dog.
But that front seven that Philly got, Brock Purdy's probably gonna throw at least 2 interceptions. So they coming.
Yeah,
they coming.
Yeah. Speaking of, we gonna go ahead and jump on. I mean, y'all done already made you didn't gave it away, but we gonna get off into the predictions. But before y'all give y'all set predictions, I do want to throw the rankings and the stats out there. The Philly and San Francisco game is actually gonna be my favorite game to watch, because that's gonna be a game. But it's gonna be Philadelphia's 3rd overall offense versus San Francisco's 3rd overall defense. No. San Francisco's 1st overall defense. I'm sorry. And then we have Philly's. Damn, did I fuck something up? Hold on. My bad, fellas. We have pretty much what both of these teams do well, the defense doesn't do well. So
I got you.
Yeah, so San Francisco, they have, you would think with them having a number 1 ranked defense, the pass defense is pretty good. Pass defense is not that good. San Francisco is actually ranked 20th in pass defense. But what San Francisco does well, San Francisco runs the ball well. Philly's defense is 16th in run defense.
Gotcha.
So I mean, how do y'all see it? I know what y'all gonna say, but how do y'all see
correction? Christian McCaffrey runs the ball well for San Francisco.
Yeah. I can see that, and that's one of the questions I got for this game. Like, can Christian McCaffrey keep running the ball like he has been?
Right now, I mean, you would assume so, but I mean, That's definitely gonna be their game plan. But is it gonna really matter anything against the Philly defense? No.
I mean, put it like this: the 2 Niners got one option. Christian McCaffrey go off, we win the game. If I'm the Eagles, make Brock Purdy beat us.
There you go. I've been saying that shit for the longest. Brock Purdy has not been put in situations to where they needed him to go get them a fucking win.
Right.
So, and that's been my
the biggest stage. Put them spotlights on his ass. Let's see what happens. Let Sue get in there and do what Sue do 1 or 2 times. You hear me? Draw a flag. Fuck it. But they gonna know, oh, this big motherfucker this shit is real. That's a big, strong motherfucker right there, man.
Go ahead, Ryan.
This is a rematch from the 2019 Big 12 championship game with Brock Purdy versus Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
I did see that. I seen that.
And Brock was cooking until my man's was it Isaiah Thomas or Kenneth Murray. I can't remember, my memory is bad. But yeah, K9 came in there and knocked Brock out the game. I'm not saying it's going to happen to Brock, but Brock is going to be under pressure like that. He can be getting up. It should be a lot of green grass stains on that white jersey come Sunday.
For sure.
The thing, see, this is the thing with both of these defenses. Like, okay, Philly, they got a great front seven. Them 2 corners they got is they dominate the league in pass defense. They got a question at linebacker. Like there's really nobody in that linebacking core that jumps out. The 49ers, they got a pretty good defensive line. Their linebackers, Drake Greenlaw and what's his name? Fred Warner, 2 of the best linebackers in the league.
Dogs.
They got a question at corner and safety. There's nobody that plays corner and safety for them that jumps out. But shout out to D'Amico Ryans, who should get a motherfucking head coaching job this offseason.
They got those 2 cats. What's those dudes' name? You know, I hate the 2-Niners, so I don't be knowing these dudes' names like that. You hear me? Jimmy Ward, and then I think it's another one, last name Ward too or something.
Charvarius Ward played for the Chiefs last year.
Okay. So those dudes are right, but they be getting banged up and they be kind of out there limping around. So I don't know what their status is. When that dude Jimmy Ward healthy, he be a dog. I ain't gonna fake it. Yeah. I hate that guy. Everybody I hate on their team be getting off, and I hate him. So I know that means he out there getting off. You know what I'm saying? But a couple times, even when we played him this year, he was a little banged up. That's why I'm like, I don't know what his status is. He might not be 100%. So
I hate the 49ers, bro. Come on, bro. They went from fucking
49ers.
They went from Harbaugh
49ers.
They went from Harbaugh to Shanahan. They went from fucking Navarro Bowman and Patrick Bowman Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman to fucking Dre Greenlaw and Fred Warner. Then they went from Robert Saleh to fucking D'Amico Ryans. Like, bro, these motherfuckers just want they're a hotbed for talent, for coaching talent.
They are historically, like.
Shout out to John Lynch. Shout out to John Lynch. I give him that.
So, and the only person in that organization I'm a fan of.
John Lynch.
Only one.
Fair enough. So the big question, who do y'all got winning this game?
Eagles by at least 3 scores.
Yeah, I would say Eagles by at least 17, man. So that's 3 scores, whether 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He wanted you wanted to say 35. What you wanted to say?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna go.
Niners, boy.
I'm gonna go ahead and make my pick, but I'm not gonna tell you because I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. Give me a second.
They gonna find out, bro. When the Eagles won that Super Bowl when they played the Patriots, bro, this nigga said nothing about the Eagles the whole year, right? This nigga pulled up with an Eagle shirt on. I'm like, nigga, where did you find this motherfucker at? No, he go. I already know what he doing, man. I already know. Boomer Sooner. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Wait, what jersey I got on?
Yes, sir.
What jersey I got on?
Wow, that boy would have got that thing. What jersey I got on?
There you go. There
Come
you
on,
go.
man.
That's a nice pillow on you, sir. A nice pillow on you, sir.
Come on, dog. Jalen about to swag on these. Come, Jalen, take three things into consideration. Philly's at home. They are at home.
Yeah.
They at home. Well, not three
Gilly
things.
the
But two
kid
things.
will be in the building. He gonna have the whole
Oh,
thing
yeah.
lit.
Oh, yeah.
Not to mention,
With a Randall Cunningham jersey on.
it's quite obvious that Pat Mahomes is probably gonna get the MVP. So you know Jalen's pissed.
Jalen still might get
Hey,
it though, bro.
man,
Jalen,
you think so?
It's come on, man.
I mean,
with the way
the reason why I say I question that because the Mahomes hype train is not the same as the previous years of a Mahomes hype train.
shit, you know what people saying, don't you? Pat Mahomes went out there and broke his own single season passing record without the dude that they said was going to affect him the most.
He did do
Check.
that.
So they're more than likely I would love to see it go to Jalen, but it's probably not. It's more than likely going to go to it's more than likely going to go to Pat.
Who got the better record overall, the Eagles or the Chiefs?
Eagles.
The Eagles.
Okay, then you gotta. That's
Think
one
about
to
a
Jalen.
game, but
yeah,
they gotta give one to Jalen for that.
Jalen is.
And they would have. And Jalen missed 2 games, and those 2 games he missed, they lost both of those games. So
Yeah.
I mean, you can look at it like, oh, he missed 2 games, he's not the MVP, or you can look at it like he missed 2 games, his team couldn't win without him. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you got to balance that out and just could put that back at even kill. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. Yeah, I think Jalen's coming in this game pissed the fuck off. You motherfucker said I couldn't do this. You motherfucker said I wasn't gonna be a starter in this league. I came out. I came out as an MVP candidate. I improved tremendously over the
I wasn't
offseason.
a starter, a D1 college starting quarterback.
First ever true freshman to start at, bro. He's the first ever true freshman quarterback to ever start at Alabama, bro.
Oh wow,
that's wild. I didn't even think about that.
That's
I'm calling it right now, Jalen. 275,
man,
3
that's
touchdowns.
crazy, bro. I didn't now I'm really tripping off what you're saying because, like you said, I just got off into college football like that. For 18-year-old kid to walk into the $100 million facility that it is Alabama's football, and lead that charge with Nick. Ooh, boy, that's a dog.
And they would have won a national championship. They would have won a national championship his freshman year, but Deshaun made one more play than he did.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to putting up with that motherfucker for the next 4, 5, 6 years either.
Deshaun Watson,
ghost.
Yeah, man. I mean,
James St. Patrick out there on the football field, man. He's just a silent killer, man. He's smooth. You know what I'm saying? All the ladies want him. All the fellas want to be like him. You heard me? That man's that's the MVP. You hear me?
You sound just like Gilly when you said this. All the fellas want to be like him. You sound just like Gilly when you said this.
Willie dealing, style and profiling.
I gotta go
3,200 yards, 30 touchdowns.
Jalen for MVP. Jalen for MVP, because you know he got the best record in the NFL, right?
Right.
You know he's the most efficient quarterback. Who is that? Look, I don't know what the man jersey number is. I can't remember if it's 1 or 2 in the NFL. If it's 2 in the NFL, and look, he be
number 1.
Okay, he's still number 1. That one, you hear me? That one, you hear me? But
there's a reason. There's a reason he's one. That's one. That's one. That's a reason he's one.
Exactly. There you go, right there. Talking some. Listen, man. Y'all know that man, the MVP, man. Stop playing with that man.
Yeah, y'all got it. Y'all got we all Eagles all the way. We Jalen Hurts all the motherfucking way.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next game. Of course, we got Cincy and Kansas City. We got Cincy's 7th ranked offense against Kansas City's 1st ranked offense. We got Cincy's 29th ranked rush defense. I'm sorry. Well, not rush defense. They got the 29th ranked rush offense and the 5th ranked pass offense versus Kansas City's 1st ranked pass offense and their 1st ranked scoring offense. And keep in mind, whatever the fuck they did last game, Cincinnati has a 23rd ranked pass offense, so we all know pass defense. I'm sorry, and we all know what Kansas City does well on the offense.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't see Patrick Mahomes losing to this dude 2 years in a row, bro. Like he not better. His team not better than the Chiefs are a better team than the Bengals. The Bengals are just a certain type of scrap in them. They got a certain type of dog in them.
It's a scrappy team.
But that don't apply to all of them. Because some of them just be out there talking. Eli Apple.
I saw a tweet today, Ron. I don't know if you saw this. They said Eli Apple is literally the Eli Apple is the Pat Beverly of the NFL. He don't even be doing shit. He just be out there running around.
I wouldn't even give him that, you hear me? Because at least Pat Beverly, he's just such a pest. He be getting on your goddamn nerves and frustrating people out there. You hear me? Eli Apple just be talking. He be talking on Twitter after the game and during the games, during the week, and then getting dumped on the weekends. That's what that dude does.
Barbecue chicken alert. Barbecue chicken alert. Barbecue chicken alert.
Burnt toast. But they gonna post that. They gonna post that video of an apple cooking in the fucking skillet. That's gonna be Eli Apple.
I got plenty of Bengals slander from last year Super Bowl. If anybody needs any, you know what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure I still got a few nice pieces saved somewhere. You know what I'm talking about? Because I really enjoyed taunting them last year. It was incredible. That was as bad as Cowboys fans that season.
I've been talking shit about the Bengals for the last fucking 20 because, you know, I'm a diehard Pittsburgh fan, so I've been talking about them boys for the last 20 years. Y'all call them the Bengals. I call them the bang holes because that's the fuck they is. That's man. Let's not forget who they. Let's not forget who they last fucking Andy Dalton. Come on, man. Fuck the bang holes. Fuck the bang holes.
They the bend gals, you know what I'm saying? Just the gals you bend over. You hear me? Like. Hold on, this is my favorite one though. I gotta play this for y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Can you hear the music? It say, hold on, let me play one more time so you can hear the music with it. She say, I'm emotional and I can't let go. They on that Carl shit, man. Go ahead, let it go. Y'all emotional. You hear me? And they're gonna be emotional again after this game this weekend. You know what I'm talking about? So, get ready to find your lady and console her because she'll be crying in the stands again.
I think the biggest thing for this game is like if their offensive line gonna be able to fucking protect Joe Burrow because we know Chris Jones is coming. We know everybody, y'all know, Chris Jones. Say what you want about him, but Chris Jones is a hell of a defensive lineman. He's coming, and I think the biggest question for Kansas City is, of course, it's gonna be Pat's ankle. But the biggest question I got for Kansas City is what wide receiver is gonna step up because everybody know that he's gonna be trying to go to Kelsey, and the Bengals are gonna be doing what they can to try to double team Kelsey.
Do you know anything about Miko?
Not yet. There's no report whether he's coming back or not. Whether he's going to play in this game or not.
They practiced yesterday. It got to be Juju, bro. He's a possession guy. All we ask you to do is get first downs. We're not asking you to be a Blazer to get the first down, bro.
I'm not even.
It has to be Juju if you ask me.
I don't like that guy.
I'm not really a fan of him either. Like he had with the AB situation, I didn't put him at fault for that. I mean, like you're getting double teams. So who the fuck gonna be open? But anyway, it was that TikTok and bullshit.
You put him at fault because he was talking like he was the dog. He was talking like he was the man. Shit, when AB was there, he was getting double teamed. That boy was getting off, putting up his starting numbers.
Yeah. No, AB was Big Ben's fault more than anything. I can say that as a
not a dog like that.
He's not.
He's a good second receiver.
He's a possession guy. Get the first down. Thank you.
Quit all that dumbass dancing.
Yeah. Derrick, how you see this Kansas City Cincinnati game going?
I think Kansas City gonna pull it off. I don't see Patrick Mahomes losing to this team, to this guy at his house like 2 years in a row. Coupled with the fact that Chiefs has got a better team, you know what I'm saying? And the Bengals, they're gonna bend. And they're gonna break. You know what I'm saying? Joe Burrow, that's what I call him. I forgot.
You're not the only one.
Yeah. So Joe Burrow, as he out of there, he gonna be trying to set his little traps and put water on the steps so they freeze and shit like that. You know, heating up the door handle so he can burn little Macaulay Culkin tricks and shit. You know what I'm saying? Little Home Alone ass shit, but it ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna work because they're gonna be out there playing real defense. You know what I'm saying? Chris Jones gonna turn it on because y'all know how the man is. That's why you say what you said about him because some days he on, some days he don't show up. At least statistically for weeks, you know what I'm saying? But that man out there being effective, you know what I'm saying? So
I know in the second half he make plays.
Yeah, he gonna go out there and do what he need to do. He gonna get his licks in, and I feel like what's up with T. Higgins?
He playing.
Okay. So I'm like, if they short any weapons on offense, they really gonna be in trouble, you know what I'm saying? But it might, even if it turned into a high scoring game, I still see Patrick Mahomes pulling it out because he's just gonna refuse to lose to this dude. And he got the high ankle sprain. Man, they're gonna give his ass some painkillers right before the game, tape that shit up to it, don't move. As long as he ain't got to do too much running around and cutting and playing, he can just drop back and be him, stay in that pocket, and he'll be all right, bro.
Ron, what about you, man? How you see this shit going?
I'm going Kansas City. 7 to 10 points. It's gonna be very close. I feel like this might be a last possession type situation. Because there's gonna be some questionable calls or no calls. But yeah, I feel like the difference is Kansas City is gonna get out to an early lead and keep that lead.
I actually think the complete opposite. I think Kansas City's gonna give us a heart attack. I think we kind of gonna see remnants of their first Super Bowl run. I think Cincy's probably gonna jump out to maybe a 14, 17 point lead. And I think Pat Mahomes gonna go straight fuck you mode in the second half, and he's gonna light the ass up for about 200 yards. But I think we see Kansas City's rushing offense take over. I think Pacheco and McKinnon, I think they take advantage of Cincinnati's weak ass fucking run defense. And
where did Pacheco come from again?
Rutgers.
Man. Rutgers.
Yep.
That dude. Man, I love that.
And he went to the same school, did the academics.
Yeah.
Right.
I got Kansas City 31-28. Last minute field goal. That's what I got.
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Yep. I think that's why, bro, these two games, it don't get no better than this for Championship Sunday, man. It really don't. I'm gonna be all eyes and ears. Don't text me. I'm telling everybody know when it's football on, especially this type of football, don't text me. Don't talk to me. Leave me alone. Let me enjoy the goddamn game. And I'm big too. Leave me alone.
All right. I feel that, man.
Yep. We're coming down to the home stretch, of course. So we're gonna get off into some in or out questions. First up, Aaron Rodgers gets traded this offseason. Y'all in or out?
Out.
I'm out on that, man. He ain't going nowhere. He just
I will say
them and act like he gonna do some shit. But I feel like he ain't even got the heart to go to another team like Tom Brady did and start all over from the beginning, man. Hell no.
Derrick start over, man. That nigga went there. That shit was loaded, nigga. Insert quarterback.
I mean, but in a sense of you in an unfamiliar place where you're not already the man like that, you know what I'm saying? So he know where everything at, know where everybody at, know everybody's name, and everybody know how to treat him. Therefore, he comfortable. He the king where he at. He ain't ready to go somewhere else and conquer a new motherfucking kingdom. He ain't got it like that, man.
I'm out
because he should go to the Raiders.
Wait, no, hold on.
I said that last episode, bro.
I'm here.
Because dude, what the fuck is his name? The head coach. He left the Patriots.
McDaniels.
Josh McDaniels, right, bro? I mean, they got Devontae there. The tight end is coming back. I don't know. I don't know if Josh Jacobs coming back. If I'm here, fuck y'all.
He might.
It depends on the QB situation.
Get to play quarterback, yeah.
But this is
from the get go when they didn't pick up his 5th-year option. I felt like he was over with from the very beginning of the season. I said, y'all motherfuckers crazy enough. 5th-year option, y'all tripping.
I was like, what offensive line did he have? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Every time he touched the ball, 3 motherfuckers in the backfield. Where
Not
did
to
he keep
mention
on?
what defense did he have? What defense did he have?
And he still balled, bro. Check the man's stats. He still was getting off.
Believe it or not, I'm actually in on Aaron Rodgers getting traded this offseason, and this is why. Did y'all see the coach? Did y'all see the offensive coordinator news today?
Nah.
What's his name? Nathaniel Hackett just got hired as the offensive coordinator on the Jet staff. So
that's why you sent that picture in the chat.
Yes, and now look, the Jets have made
nasty as hell. That Jet shit, man.
You do know the Denver Broncos hired him as their head coach.
Yes. I know that, but Derrick, like me and you have talked about numerous times, offensive coordinators don't always make good head coaches. They really don't. They really don't. So there's too many underlying factors. Remember when Aaron Rodgers went out and Jordan Love came in and he looked real fucking good.
That nigga was throwing lasers, boy.
And also keep in mind, I think the Packers kind of want to move forward with Jordan Love. Let's also not forget, it took Aaron Rodgers 3 years to get that system in Green Bay when Brett Favre was there. So
the next season will be 3.
Yeah. So I'm thinking by now they're feeling like, okay, we want to move forward. Aaron don't know what he's doing. This Brett Favre shit, threatening us with retirement, talking about he want to get traded and shit like that. We kind of tired of this shit. When we got Jordan Love here for fucking cheap. He's
on contract another 2 years.
Yeah, and then when Nathaniel Hackett getting hired as offensive coordinator with the Jets, then they got Elijah Moore, they got Garrett Wilson, they got a cool little tight end, they got Breece Hall, the fucking running back. So, and then that defense. So I think that's why I say the Jets might be a player this year for fucking Aaron Rodgers. I also think they have the cap space. So it'll be interesting to see how that shit play out.
This is the reason why
I hope you do.
This is the reason why I'm out. Because Green Bay, they're not a traditional franchise. They're ran by committee. They don't have an owner. They had an owner. I feel like Aaron might have been out of there 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
No, fuck you.
Not an owner, they would win.
Yeah.
The fuck?
You got a point. Yep. Yeah, excellent point with that. We need to get this motherfucker in here right now. We need to win right now.
Next question. And this is a topic that definitely needs to be talked about. Multiple black coordinators with multiple teams.
Bro, I'm glad you
hired. This is one of the reasons why I wanted you on the show, because I wanted you to talk about this. But we see multiple black coaches get head coaching opportunities this season. Y'all in or out?
I mean,
I'm out, bro.
I'm open to seeing it, but I just don't really see it because they always.
I'm hoping to see it.
Short leash.
Okay, so put it like this. I'm gonna say I'm out, but just look at the landscape of what's going on. Like what black coaches has got the hype and the energy and the momentum to get a head coaching job other than D'Amico Ryan.
Eric B.
Bieniemy. He done had it for the past 5 years. He ain't getting one, bro.
He just
got through arguing with Patrick Mahomes during the season on the sideline as they was going into the locker room. It's over with.
But that was like 8 weeks ago.
Don't matter. They won the Super Bowl. That was like a week ago, and they didn't hire him as head coaches. He's in this last year. He took his team to the AFC Championship game. He didn't get a head coaching job. A lot of these dudes, most of these dudes get jobs for failing. Frank Reich.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, I don't want to get racy, but you know, we could go there, but no,
it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
I cannot see the whole Frank Reich thing. I think they went with familiarity because you got to keep in mind when the Carolina became an NFL when they became an NFL franchise, that was their first ever QB1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I guess it's emotional ties with that. But I mean, like, that's cool. Okay,
that's cute or whatever. That's cute or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it's 99 other guys and hires that there's no solid explanation for. There's no emotional tie that makes sense to me for you to go and do that. You know what I'm saying? I
But
think
okay,
Byron
what
Leftwich should be a head coach right now.
Yeah, he should.
should
He definitely should.
But
I
now
still
he's not going to be a head coach because they blaming Tom Brady's bad season on him and firing.
Yes, and I think that whole situation is fucked up. That whole situation
Bro,
fucked
That
up.
is that's the saddest story out of the NFL.
the center goes down, the backup center goes down. You got motherfuckers playing, the motherfuckers that play tackle playing guard. Like, come on, man. That shit's a dumpster fire for
Old
the
ass
season even
receivers getting
started.
hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, no Gronkowski. His
Fucking
bitch
Leonard Fournette,
divorcing
300
him.
pounds.
Yeah. Seriously.
You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't have
But
let that nigga Ronald Jones go, bro. They tripped, but they was smelling themselves when they let Ronald Jones go.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
he was the
I'm
I
like,
felt like he was the one putting the battery in Leonard Floyd back, Leonard Fournette back, like, yo, you're not better than me, bro. Let me show you I'm a baller. You might be more dedicated and more of a workhorse and work harder than me, more disciplined than me, but you're not better than me talent-wise. So Leonard Fournette had to let him know. But he wasn't there no more. Leonard Fournette started eating cheeseburgers and shit. I don't know.
but like on the real though, if you were a coaching candidate, what head coaching job would you take this offseason? I wouldn't take one.
The Broncos. That's the best. To me, that's the best spot.
You take that Broncos job.
Look,
because
bro,
it's still a destination.
I fucks with Russell Wilson. Everybody's entitled to have a bad year. I don't want to write him off just yet. But if I'm somebody that's putting my career on the line on a quarterback, I don't know if I'm taking that risk with Russell Wilson. I don't know if I'm doing that.
You can. There's always potential. You know, they paying him a lot, but they paying everybody a lot more and more every year. So in 2 years, he ain't gonna be that getting paid as much as he was when he first got that contract. As far as how everybody else getting paid.
But let's just say you get hired. Okay.
I just say that to say I take the job knowing that either I can make it work with Russell Wilson or I can still trade him to one of these dumb franchises. Like the
after
Houston
this year.
Texans.
Yeah.
But his value is gonna go. Okay, bro. This is like
Keyword,
let's just say they have another
franchises.
dumpster fire. Let's just say they have another dumpster fire next year with Russ. It's even more fucked up than it was this year, which I really don't see that happening. It's like, are you gonna survive that? Like, because they fired dude after his first year being a coach. I don't feel like they should have fired him.
Now, hold on. I got a theory about that. I got a theory about that. Now, like I said, like me and Derrick have said before, offensive coordinators don't always make good head coaches. You saw what the Rams went out there and did. Like, their defense wasn't giving up no more than 19 points a game. You saw what the Rams did to him on Christmas Day.
Somebody mentioned it. We still had a Super Bowl defense.
Yeah, me personally, this is what I think happened. I think the team band together, finally said, I don't give a fuck, like, because we see most of them, not all of them, but half of that team rock with Russ, especially Jerry Jeudy. I personally think the team band together, went out there on Christmas Day. We done with this dude. We don't give a fuck. I think they went out there and purposely gave up them points because they was tired of dealing with this motherfucker. That's how I feel.
So Bay couldn't go. So Bay couldn't go out there and drop 52 on their head.
No, I'm not. Hey, hold on. I'm not. Look, I'm just.
This man
that's
just say.
Here we go. Here we go. I'm not. No, hold on. I'm not saying. I'm not saying that they just. I'm not saying that they just gave. I'm not saying that they just gave the Rams the game, because I mean the Rams still the defense, and I gotta give a shout out to them. I gotta give a shout out to the Rams and the Rams defense. Even though they knew the season was over, they band together like, hey, we're not making the playoffs. You know, we're not going nowhere this year.
We still us.
Yeah, like let's still go out there and play. And shout out Cam Akers, because I was about done with that. I was about done with this motherfucking ass. I was done with his ass. I still don't like that shit. Like, I'm happy he came back and played well at the end of the year, but I still don't like that shit. You was a bitch, man. Because I feel like ultimately all that shit was about Sean McVay not naming him the starter. Yeah. So now he feel like, oh, I'm not the main guy. Y'all not believing in me, and y'all making me split time. I'm better than this dude. Prove it, nigga. Get out there and fucking ball. What the fuck? Darrell Henderson did not deserve to be cut, my nigga. They did that shit because it's a lost season already anyway, and Cam Akers acting like a bitch. So we rather have him and make him stop acting like a bitch than D. Hen, who's, essentially supposed to be a fucking backup. Right. I can agree with that. As far as this whole black coaches getting head coaching jobs, I'm neutral on this because I think this will be the season that it happens for sure. But the two teams that I don't want to see them get hired to the Colts, because that franchise is in. I don't know what the fuck is going on with them. And the fucking
Was
Texans.
and then
And no, the Cardinals. Me personally, and I said
Cardinals
this
is a good organization.
Me personally, me and Derrick have talked
they
about
just
this.
hired they just hired a dumbass GM. You ask me, because outside of Kyler, none of them draft picks has worked out. None.
Me personally, I'm hoping. I'm hoping that I'm not, because I
Maybe
want
the
to see. I
boy
want to
from
see him
Tulsa.
go. I want to see him go somewhere else. I'm hoping that the Cardinals. I'm hoping that D'Amico Ryans actually gets that job, because simply because hold on, and me and Derrick have talked about this. The Cardinals got a young Buda Baker, they got a young Isaiah Simmons, and they got a young Byron Murphy. And then, not to mention, D'Amico Ryans was a leader, a defensive leader on the Houston Texans and the Eagles. Kyler ain't talking to him like he was talking to Cliff Kingsbury. We all know that. We all know that.
Oh, sir.
And so I definitely think
your little ass up, put you in my pocket until halftime.
So I definitely think that he can do something with that Cardinals team. But if I'm a black head coach, I'm staying the fuck away from Houston. Especially, like, shout out to Lovie Smith. You motherfuckers gonna fire me? I'm gonna make sure you don't get the first round draft pick. The very first draft pick. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, Lovie Smith had to take that job though, because he was never getting another NFL head coaching job. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, so he might not ever get another college job.
Yeah, he had to do that. Go to the SWAC, bro.
You don't have to.
Don't have to.
You know what I'm saying? To me, these black coaches that's getting disrespected by the NFL, getting disrespected by the Power Fives, go to the SWAC, go to the MEAC. Bruh, you might not get the money, but the passion, the love for the game gonna still be there. And the love from the people, once your ass ball and win, is gonna be there like it never was at any of them other places you was at. The money was up through the roof, but the love was, when you was balling and going taking Chicago to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You go to fucking Bethune-Cookman and take their raggedy asses out of the situation that they in right now. Get them some sponsorship, get them some buildings on up the practice field, and you start winning some games, competing with teams like ZSU, FAMU. Man, they'll build a fucking statue for Lovie Smith out there.
I can agree.
Yeah,
Lovie Smith, if you happen to see or watch this, take that man's advice. And look, hold on. Before we go any further, I want to say this right now. Any team, college teams, high school teams, get Derrick on the fucking coaching staff. The man will make a great head. The man will make a great head coach. I'm telling you, a running backs coach, an offensive coach, something. The man will make a great head coach.
You know what, man?
He motivates you to run through a wall, dog.
Yeah.
I feel like this past season of watching the Rams lose and not having no skin in the game. Yeah, not having no skin in the game this far in the season. It's helping me mature a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to let go of my extreme fandom of football. Okay, it still was bad a few times because I did make my family get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and drive back from Tennessee back to St. Louis so we could watch the game. That was shameful because we still lost. It was horrible. It was bad. Oh my God, man. Point being, I know that now, I invite people over to watch the game with me. I used to invite people around me to watch the games because if y'all start rooting against the Rams and like saying stuff that I don't like, throwing off the energy, I don't want y'all around me. You know what I'm saying? I was able to invite people over and be social during the games and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. So now I feel like, you know what? Something else could be more important than the Rams to me maybe one day. Maybe my old football team could be more important. I wouldn't even be feeling bothered about watching the Rams when we going to do what we going to do. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I'm getting there. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting there, man.
We definitely hope we definitely hope you can fully get there one day.
I was cleaning out my drawer and I came across my my offensive playbook that I designed a few years ago when I was coaching an 8th grade football team in North County. And oh boy, that boy had some stuff going, man, to the point where I literally see people in the NFL doing things that I was trying to teach them kids how to do. Like, not like super pass the ball all over the field. I had a little bit of that in there too, but like just the blocking schemes within a given play and the you know what I'm saying, the quote unquote trick plays and misdirection plays that I like to run, because misdirection is my favorite shit in football. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Get you going this way, one play. Get you going that way, one play. Get you going that way, two plays. Next thing you know, we doing the same shit. They look the same, but we doing some other shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's just my favorite shit. So it's like, man, when I do start coaching, boy, these kids gonna be in for some shit because we gonna be doing some wild ass shit. We was doing some wild ass shit when I was coaching and getting off on that shit. You know what I'm saying? And scoring crazy plays because, like I say, this sweep was a sweep 2 plays ago, coach, but it don't look like a sweep no more. I mean, it looked like a sweep, but it ain't a sweep. Next thing you know, we up the middle on you and we out of here.
Hey, Ryan, could you imagine him in the wheel? Him running the offense and Will running the fucking defense. God, no,
I'm gonna be coaching my linebackers, dog.
Bro, we got a homeboy Will, and when I say like, bro, he's just like you when it comes to like coach. He's another one that needs to be a head coach. Like and then again, I'm afraid for him to be a head coach because I feel like he'd be one of them head coaches. The kid don't do what the fuck he just grab him by the fuck you doing, motherfucker. That's the kind.
I feel like that's why Kyler cut that nigga out. He Clipper trying to dog cuss his ass, and Kyler was like, "Nigga, I'll beat the fuck at you over here, nigga."
I mean, I don't think Cliff got it in him, man.
No, he just
he do.
I think
he do.
I think Cliff's so bad at his job that he kind of questioned Kyler. What would you do? And Kyler's like, bitch ass nigga, what?
I was just saying,
you don't ask me nothing.
Like, I was just saying that shit to Ryan. That I think that study clause that they put in Kyler's playbook, I think Cliff came out with that bullshit to try to put the blame on Kyler because he didn't want to admit that he was that fucking bad at his job. That's what I think.
When they came out with that shit, I'm like, bro, y'all just fucked y'all whole season. We in July, and y'all doing this bullshit. What are y'all doing, man?
Yeah.
What's really going the fuck over?
That was definitely a move on somebody's part because that don't come out, you know what I'm saying, accidentally or by chance.
Man, it's that GM, man. That's why he took a leave of absence all of a sudden right before Cliff got fired.
Yeah.
You mean the GM that fired the black dude after he pressured him and encouraged him to draft Josh Rosen, you know what I'm saying?
We just fuck Josh Rosen. He's 11 mistakes were taken in front of me in the draft today. Yeah, them 11 mistakes beat your ass.
He's on his 7th NFL team.
Yeah, it just about.
He about to be in the NFL in a minute.
I honestly still don't know if that dude is as bad as his rep says he is.
Well,
or did he just get drafted into a fucked up situation, and then his like confidence has plummeted, and he's just never been set up in a situation where
Yeah.
They needed a quarterback. He was the best available. I think that's what that was.
That's what it sounded like. It's just a bad draft. It was a wasted draft pick at this point, is what the fuck it was. And they learned their lesson.
Whoever was the head coach, whoever was the head coach before Chip Kelly got there, he wasn't worth the fuck at UCLA.
I don't remember who the head coach was before Chip.
Me neither.
I don't acknowledge nothing that Chip Kelly did at UCLA for the shit that he did in Philadelphia.
He had a good year.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
I will never forgive him for trading LaShawn McCoy is my favorite running back at the time. I will never forgive him.
The whole team. He got rid of Jeremy Maclin too.
Jeremy Maclin, Deshaun Jackson. And Deshaun Jackson even said that. He said he felt like that he was trying to recreate that team that he had at Oregon. And that shit didn't work out. But we got two. Go ahead, Ryan.
I just feel like there's system coaches, and then there's coaches who have a system that coaches the talent. That's Chip Kelly. He doesn't coach the talent. He just coaches the system.
Yeah, system coaches. Urban Meyer.
That dude is just, I can't even say it. System coach based on his 1 year or partial year in Jacksonville. Yeah. This seemed more so like he's a true NFL head coach.
He's just a dickhead.
And by that I mean a lot of NFL head coaches, at least what it's assumed they're supposed to be, is just the head guy, the manager, the political guy, the person that's the mover and shaker, kissing babies and, you know what I'm saying, shaking hands, so to speak, and you assemble all the elite coaching talent around you to run the programs that is your offense and defense and special teams. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, we had 2 more questions. Next question, and this is this is another topic I've been waiting to discuss. In or out with what the fuck is his name? Damn, with Greg Roman leaving as the offensive coordinator of the Ravens. The Ravens finally go get Lamar, a big name wide receiver in the offseason. Y'all in or out? I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna go first on this one. I'm actually in because there's been rumors. No, hold on. There's been rumors of and it came out today. Byron Leftwich is actually the favorite to take on the offensive coordinator candidate in Baltimore, which I'm kind of jealous about because Byron Leftwich actually played quarterback in Pittsburgh and fuck Pittsburgh for bringing Matt Canada back. But Derrick, proceed. Go ahead.
I like that potential coaching hire because I like Byron Leftwich. You got a guy who had the top 5 offense before Tom Brady got there. Quarterback throwing 5,000 yards. Not his fault the man threw 30 interceptions. If he hadn't, man might have threw for goddamn me 6,000 yards. I don't fucking know. Then you get Tom Brady.
Nice
y'all win the
offense
goddamn
when
Super
Tom
Bowl.
Brady was there.
Right. Yeah. Then y'all win the Super Bowl next year with Tom Brady. Have a great offense. You know what I'm saying? The following year, y'all don't win the Super Bowl, but the man damn near the best season of his goddamn career and 40-something years old.
And all of a sudden it's my fault.
Now it's his fault. So y'all didn't deserve it. No way. Y'all bet. Yeah, I hope y'all fired him just because, like, yo, you go get you a head coaching job somewhere. Some shit. I don't fucking know because the man deserved it. But him with Lamar Jackson, I like that. I like that because Byron Leftwich, like you said, was a quarterback that had a tenth of the talent, you know what I'm saying, below the waist that Lamar Jackson has. So he's improved that man, drop back passing game for sure. And if he get a weapon or two on the outside, you know what I'm saying? I wish they wouldn't have got rid of Hollywood Brown for him though. But he get another elite receiver. Excuse me, got the hiccups like I'm up.
Oh, you good, bro?
But like Platinum getting to me. But if he get an elite receiver along with Byron Leftwich being his quarterback, I mean his offensive coordinator, like I see dude making a leap, and I see their offense really kind of taking off. Now, who their elite receiver is, I don't know because they got running backs for sure if they can stay healthy.
A plethora.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Damn, I forgot who else they got in the middle of the season last year. I think all their running backs got hurt.
It was Le'Veon, but we saw that panned out.
No. Well, maybe not last year, but like this past regular season, like last year. I think it was somebody from the Jaguars. Who was it?
I personally don't remember. I really don't even remember.
Point being, they got some dogs in that running back room. You know what I'm saying? Them dudes can stay healthy. They straight.
Ryan, you in or out? You in or out on the Ravens getting Lamar some wide receiver help this offseason?
This is interesting. They get Leftwich, hell yeah, man. And then
Yeah.
D Hop wants to be traded.
Mm.
I don't know, but that certainly is making good sense there.
That's interesting. As a motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, and then we can go take another step. When he was at Louisville, he ran a spread offense. So like, and he passed like 3,000 yards the Heisman season. I think 4,000 yards the season after that. So he's proven that he can throw the ball. They haven't really. I don't feel like Baltimore's developed him like other teams develop their quarterbacks in the NFL. So it'll be extremely interesting for him to be like working with a serious quarterbacks coach that's played ball in this league.
Right.
Let me say this right quick before you move past this. I feel like one thing, they all compare Lamar Jackson and Michael Vick, but the two things that they never say about both of them do is how fucking strong their arms is.
Yeah.
Both of them dudes sit back there and throw the ball far as a motherfucker without it look like they put no effort into that shit. They just flick their motherfucking arm and that bitch go. You know what I'm saying? So if Lamar can get with a solid cat with some quarterback background, like, man, like,
I'm fucking with it.
Yep.
all
I
day.
can agree. I can agree. That's why I asked that question, because it was a rumor that came out. I saw a couple of people post that shit on Twitter. Byron Leftwich was just the favorite to take that OC job in Baltimore. So that's something to keep an eye out on the offseason.
Yeah, that never even crossed my mind as a possibility, but I love that shit for sure. I love that shit.
Yeah.
All right, last in and out question, because we coming we cutting it close on time. But the big question, the big one, in or out? Tom Brady goes to the Raiders this offseason. Y'all in or out?
Go ahead, bro. Mr. Valley.
As in, do I think it's gonna happen, or do I want it to happen?
Do you think it's gonna happen?
Yeah, I think I'm out on that. For the simple fact that I feel like he only got a little bit time left, period. I feel like shit. Why not play for the team that you really want to play for? Instead of trying to like play for this goddamn coach that you play for 10,000 fucking years. You know what I'm saying? Like, go play for Kyle Shanahan for a year. Develop Trey Lance.
Why would you want to have a retirement tour?
It's not really a retirement tour. If Tom Brady goes to the 49ers, they'll be Super Bowl contenders.
For sure.
Bro, they don't got time to be dealing with a slower Jimmy Garoppolo, bro. and that's disrespectful to Tom. He's not Jimmy Garoppolo, but I'm saying, man, when Jimmy Garoppolo plays, he already look like he got 2 left feet. And then Tom Brady ran like a 5-something at the combine. So, that shit is like 6'5" now.
Tom Brady has to be out there looking like an old Joe Montana, goddamn me, long, tall, and just dropping back that motherfucker, just launching that bitch. Like, he ain't doing all that razzle dazzle, no way. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want some razzle dazzle? Y'all bring Trey Lance, the young ass, up in here, a motherfucking Mr. Irrelevant.
You in or out, Ron? My bad. I ain't mean to cut you off, bro.
I'm just thinking about it.
I'm out though on that officially though.
I'm in. Fuck it. Why not? Because he gonna want another chance. Looks like that Tampa Bay's window is closed to win a championships or even contend at this point. I don't see them with a losing record winning that division again. Somebody's gonna get better.
Right.
So yeah, I'm in him trying that with Josh instead of going back to New England, a place that wanted him out, going back to a coach that wanted him gone right before they won the last Super Bowl. So yeah.
I'm out.
Definitely don't see his ass going to the Patriots.
I'm out. I'm all the way out. Because, I mean, the way I see it, because they keep bringing up the Raiders, bro. And I said this shit in the last episode with him going back to the Patriots. Why the fuck would you want to go compete with Pat Mahomes twice a year? Why would you want to go compete with fucking Justin Herbert twice? I mean, I'm not completely sold on. I mean, he has talent. The talent's there. Why would you want to go compete with Herbert twice a year? Then you got to deal with Russell Wilson another fucking twice a year. And then, like, we're going back to the Patriots. The Patriots just hired Bill O'Brien as the offensive coordinator. He does not run Brady's type of fucking offense. And then, not to mention, look at the Raiders' history the last 5 years. The Raiders have never had a defense. The offensive line has always been fucking suspect. Yeah, they got Devontae Adams. They got Darren Waller. They got Josh Jacobs. This is not elite. Like, this is a different league. You got fucking edge rushers running 4.4s and 4.5s coming off the fucking edge. The Raiders' offensive line has never been that great. So why the fuck would Brady want to go put himself in harm's way for another fucking 17 games? So, I mean, if he does end up playing for a team, I'm with Ron. I think it'll fuck around and end up being in San Francisco. But him going to the Raiders, bro, I'm out. I don't see that happening.
That was me. But look, exactly what you said though. Like, Ryan say he in because he feel like Buccaneers done and he want another chance at the Super Bowl. Well, shit, I feel like the Buccaneers got a better chance of making the Super Bowl than the Raiders do. So shit, if that's the case, if that with that logic, he should stay with the fuck But I think go to the 49ers like you want to, because that's the team you wanted to play for. That's the team you grew up loving. Get Trey Lance to become everything that they drafted him to be. Ball out of the process, try to win a Super Bowl, right off into the sunset, beloved in the Bay Area. You know what I'm saying? And if you can get Trey Lance to come out that motherfucker next year balling, you can get some of that fucking credit too. Oh, yeah, he was able to sit the year he was able to sit under, Tom Brady. He was really able to develop and make it a significant leap, as opposed to his first 2 years in blase, whoopty. You know how they go, man.
Yep. Yep. I can
I
agree.
mean, shit, it's late trying to get Giselle back. She on yachts with younger models and shit. Is that what I heard?
Man, look, I think that
Oh,
shit personally, I think that shit was brewing for a long time, which is why the fuck he came back for that last season to use football as a distraction. That's what I think. I think they was already on their way to a divorce.
I think
he
that shit
announced his
fucked up.
retirement. It is, man. It's pretty bad. He announced his retirement. Saw her quiet a guy for a month. Saw how life was gonna be at home, man. Fuck this. I'm
Nah,
gonna
for
go play
real.
football. Nigga.
No, he would have picked
Man,
it.
low key, she probably argued that man into retirement, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it, I'm gonna retire. And then after he did the shit, or it came out and he was like, fuck it, basically, y'all done already retired me because everybody talking about it before he even said the shit low key. Man, Shannon Sharp cried. When that man announced his retirement, y'all don't remember that shit. That man got on FS1 the next morning and started shedding tears. Like, and then Shannon was like, "Are you crying?" He like, "Yeah, man," because he was mad that he just basically said, "Fuck it, man. Y'all can't beat me, man. I'm out of here." He like, "Y'all didn't run this man out the league." He was like, "He's so great that he just gonna give up before while he can still be great." Like, man, he like, "I'm gonna miss him." Like,
Hey man, I feel the same way about him that I feel about LeBron. It's like, look, I love that game. I always respect them, but hate both of them motherfuckers because LeBron always beat my fucking Celtics and Tom always beat my Steelers. So it's like, God, bro, y'all been seeing this motherfucker for the past 20 years. Y'all can't beat this one fucking person. Like, God damn. Just, bro, I feel the
He's
same way about
that
both of them.
damn
Go retire, leave my team alone. Just go, bro. Go. Just go. Get the fuck out of here. Go retire. Leave us alone for once.
LeBron got 2 more years. He got to play with his son.
Well, he in the West, so I ain't got to deal with
nigga.
him.
Go ahead, man, bro. That dumpster fire my Lakers. My God. Anyway,
Bruh, did you see them play last
LeBron
night?
gonna try, bro. They play the Spurs, bro.
They did. Okay,
They
okay.
getting it,
Did you see
bro. The
Did you see
Spurs
them
getting
play the
annihilated
Blazers
by
and
the
the Memphis
Clippers.
Grizzlies?
Okay, and then they turn around and get spanked by the Clippers.
That's cool though. That's cool though.
That is not cool if you
Mind you,
Lakers fan.
it's not cool, but it's on par with what we've been expecting of the Lakers given since last year. You know what I'm saying? But my point is, they play amazing against amazing teams.
Excuse me.
We
Good
need to, I
point.
mean, but fuck, we need at least be in play-in contention. We wouldn't even
We
make that
we
right
got the
now.
whole full squad back now. Anthony Davis back. If he can stay upright, he was struggling in that game. The boy twisted his ankle and his knee. Goddamn, he was on the ground screaming. We was like, "Oh shit, is over." But they just got this dude from who, the Washington Wizards team, and he was stroking shit out there. He
Bro,
was
we
already
not gonna
averaging
have a
almost 20.
first round. Bro, I'm sorry, bro, but we not gonna have a first round pick, bro.
You know how LA do, man.
We're not, we're not gonna have a first round pick in 2030, bro.
Yeah, that shit is fucking sick. Like, how do y'all how's teams still agreeing to this shit? They giving you motherfuckers right now.
everybody's in win now mode and they trying to bring LA back to the fucking forefront. And you know how this shit go with the media because Golden State has ran California for the last fucking 7 years, 10 years.
Basically,
Damn, 2020 never happened.
I mean,
Yes,
yeah, but
that's
shit.
one bad year. One bad year.
That's a year. They gotta put an asterisk by that shit because the niggas got to pause the season in the middle for hella. So Anthony Davis never got hurt. Every other season that nigga played with the Lakers, he got hurt. Couldn't play the whole season. You know what I'm saying? So the season that they was able to play play most of the season, he didn't get hurt. They paused for a couple months. The nigga was just finna get hurt. He was able to recover. Got back in the shit. They couldn't fuck with them. So last night they looked like a team that, hey man, yeah, it was the Spurs, but they did what they were supposed to do against them.
There is no asterisk for no team that went. So okay, Tom Brady's seventh Super Bowl is the asterisk. Then
You know what? You're right though, because I agree with that asterisk shit. as in I agree that shit shouldn't exist. You know what I'm saying? Like unless it's like a fucked up referee call or some shit like that, to where it's like, man, y'all as a team scored on y'all or something, and they didn't call it a touchdown, so they should have won type of shit. But
which I'm hoping
shit,
that we're
that's
not gonna see that shit in the fucking in the playoffs this year or the Super Bowl, which
they be
Fam,
I
talking
kind
like,
of
we
oh,
had
it was in the bubble. They should have. It was easier to play in the bubble. Like, no, it was actually. I feel like more universal. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know home team advantage. It's just all about who fucking playing the best tonight.
bro. Yes, bro. So there's no asterisk, dog. Bro, the
Nah.
greatest thing about that bubble shit, bro,
But okay,
it was
so hold on.
basketball
In my defense,
every
though,
fucking day.
when I said the season or the championship had an asterisk about it, immediately what did I say next? Anthony Davis was able to take a 2 month break, so he didn't get hurt. I ain't say shit about him being in the playoff in the bubble itself.
Fam,
You know what I'm saying?
fam,
So
we had
that's what I
a
feel like. You know what I'm saying? The only knock they can say on that season, that was the only season he was able to play the whole season without getting hurt, because they took a break in the middle of that motherfucker for a month and a half, 2 months.
fam,
But
we
I
had
ain't
a
mad at it. I don't
biblical
give a fuck. I take the fucking championship. You're like,
all day, all day. But nigga, like we had a biblical fucking plague.
yeah.
Come on, bro.
That's the first time
Come
I've
on.
ever heard somebody describe that shit as that. But
It's, it's a
yeah, you're
fucking
right.
plague, man. That's what. Come on, bro. Motherfuckers dropping like flies out here. Niggas is having seizures on because of the Pfizer. But
So that
it was
y'all
a
believe
great.
that, huh?
I
ain't
don't know
no
what the fuck to believe. Shit,
Hold on,
the
man.
proof
motherfuckers.
the proof is in the pudding, literally.
I just watched a guy, he a YouTuber. His channel's called Valuetainment. I forgot his name, but he be having some dope shit. He a business dude, but he be talking about all kind of shit. And he was talking to Neil deGrasse Tyson, and he was saying that in 2019, in like the one of the soccer leagues, one of the European soccer leagues, that was like they had like out of all the teams, all the thousands of players, that it was like 29 players who had like suffered from cardiac arrest, you know, saying or died from it, you know, what I'm saying, in some fashion. And then he said after the COVID season and all those players had to take the vaccine, he said it was like over 1,500 or some shit. And he was like, the shit that happened with you know what I'm saying, Damar Hamlin is like the one that is happening in America right now that we see, but he said basically like it's been happening in Europe, but nobody talking about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Because they force feed us the shit they want us to see in America. We're not seeing the real shit that
For
everybody
sure.
else in the world is seeing.
For sure. Oh yeah, man. And and if nothing else, like I don't know, I feel like, you know, we don't know, and I don't want to go. I'm done talking about this after I say that we don't know what the reaction the body is gonna have to these things several years down the line, because we just haven't had that much time to know yet. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully that wasn't related. You know what I'm saying? But if it is, I wouldn't be shocked. You know what I'm saying?
But so,
But yeah, I'm gonna have to cut this shit short because it's way past my motherfucking bedtime. But once again, man, we thank y'all for listen, for everybody that's listening to this episode. We always thank everybody that's tapping in and tuning in. Me especially. I work 2 jobs. I'm now working 2 jobs. My daughter has gymnastics, so I'm busy every day of the week. So I put a lot of
How old is your
time in
daughter?
there. 8. Daughter's 8.
I'm trying to make you a little bit more busy. You want to join the soccer team? First
Hey,
game's on Saturday, but she still got plenty of time to jump. We just a preseason tournament, you know what I'm talking about? So indoor league is real competitive.
well, me and her mom would talk about that in the morning whenever she wakes up. But I want to get her more active, but I'm pretty sure she'll probably want to join for sure.
All right.
And man, once again, Derrick, I know you're busy. I know you're a busy man. I know you got a lot going on. So as always, bro, your time is always appreciated.
Appreciate you,
yes,
man,
sir.
fellas. Tap in whenever, man. Love you guys.
For sure, man.
You
And then,
too, brother.
but while you here, man, go and let the people know where they can find you. Let them know what you got going on. DVTV.
Oh yeah. My personal IG DV with the lack DVWITDALAC. You can hit me up there. Excuse me. Hit me up on Facebook, Derrick DV Valley. If you want to reach out to me about the service that they speak about, it's always available. You can find it at www.getdvtv.com. That's getdvtv.com. Oh, I'm sorry, getdvtvnow.com. There we go. So let me get it right. But yeah, hit me up on if have you reach out to me, you know what I'm saying? If that's what you're interested in, just let me know. I have a business page called Get DVTV on Facebook. Got a phone number on see the phone number, text the phone number, you know what I'm saying? And I'll get back to you ASAP. So hit me up, save you some money, and enjoy more content than all these other people are gonna offer you.
For sure. And me and Ryan can vouch. It's definitely worth it. We didn't watch and save money on numerous pay-per-view events. The NFL season ticket, NBA. Yeah, it's the shit without toilet paper.
And we're expanding. So
that's gonna be a wrap, man. Ryan, once again, bro. It's always a pleasure to talk football with you. And Derrick, it's always a pleasure to have you on, man. You're welcome on the show whenever. We will be getting being at the NFL all season is coming up. We will be doing getting more guys that play football in high school. So be on the lookout for those interviews. Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music. I'm still working to try to get this shit on all platforms. But as always, man, like, share, subscribe. Shout us out. Comment, let us know what we need to be working on. And if y'all got questions, if y'all interact,
Coach Clown content.
But Jeff, if y'all want to interact with us, man, y'all can always comment in the comment section, ask questions. We'll be happy to answer them on the show.
So man, for sure.
So, but yeah, that's gonna be it for this show, man. I will catch you fellas later. It's late. I'm getting old. It's past my motherfucking bedtime.
I feel you. I tried to sneak a couple yawns in. You hear me?
All right, fellas. I'll get with y'all later, man.
All right,
yes, sir.
Cool, bro.